Yeah, it works.
Hello.
You're gonna record a lot.
I'm gonna now open up the forum.
All right, thanks everybody for coming out and supporting our sophomores as they go on to their four-year schools. It is tough coaching at a two-year school because, of course, I want to keep them all 4 years. And once I finally get them doing what I want, they leave, and so it's kind of hard. But we're really going to miss each and every one of our sophomores. You know, here's 3 up here that are signing, and we got 3 more that will be going on and leaving us too. So what we'll do really quick, just to start, is each of them will just kind of introduce themselves and where they're from, and then we will just open up the floor for questions. So we got Katie here from the newspaper that has like official questions, and Mike. Yeah, some official. And then, yeah, if you guys want to ask questions, feel free to go ahead and just, wave at them like Jan just did and get their attention and everything like that. But we'll start with Kayla. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and things like that.
I'm Kayla Toyo. I'm from Antigua, California, and
I'm Teresa McDengosu. I'm from Nigeria.
I'm Shelby Holmes, and I'm from Cedar Lake, Montana.
Get Teresa that. Okay, questions from anybody?
All right, so let's start with Kayla. Why did you choose the college that you chose? And what college did you choose, I guess?
I chose Eastern Nazarene College, and the reason why I chose it was because it has a similar program to the one now, and it gives me an opportunity to play with Shelby again.
What was that recruitment process like with them?
I didn't really get to go on a recruiting visit from them. I got all the information from Shelby, and it seems like a better fit. So
That's trust.
Where are they located?
Boston, Massachusetts.
So what's it going to be like to go to someplace not like Mouse City, like Boston?
It's going to be a big transition, and especially I'm from California, so it's all the way on the other side. So I'm pretty nervous but excited at the same time.
Have you ever been to the East Coast?
Yeah.
A lot of cars there. Somewhere to park. The park.
Tell me about your feelings about getting to play with Shelby at the next level.
It's surreal. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm pretty happy about it. I'm excited to play another 2 years with her.
What's it like going to that next level? Is there a lot of fear, moving on? What's the biggest obstacle you see going playing at the 3rd and 4 year schools?
Probably just a whole different level of play, I guess.
What are you going to miss from leaving MCC to going to a new school?
The coaches and all my teammates and all the staff and faculty. I got you guys. Yes, please let me pass.
I got a question for Teresa McDonald. Teresa, where are you going to school?
I'm going to Florida Southern College in
And that's
Florida.
in Florida. Where, do you know where at in Florida?
It's in Lakeland, Florida.
Is that southern, northern Florida? Do you know?
Southern Florida.
Southern?
Yeah.
Okay. So the climate will be a little bit better for you, I suppose.
Yeah, I went there on a visit and it felt like Nigeria, so I was like, well, I guess I'm back home.
What was that visit like, Teresa?
It was fun. I mean, I played with the girls, and I think as soon as I got there and I got to see the girls, I just felt like a connection with them. And then I think the first time I spoke with the coach, I just also felt that same connection. So I just feel like, well, the coach is like my coaches here, competitive and everything. She, just like my coaches here, she has like a drive, and I see that she has the same kind of views and everything that I do have and like that I have here already. So I was like, yeah, I think this is it. I think this fits perfectly to what I want to do. So yeah.
How's the transition going to be from going again from Miles City, which is small, to obviously a bigger community, probably down in Florida?
Nigeria, or where I used to play before, is pretty big. It's bigger than Miles City, but I came here and I was able to cope with the situation and everything here, the weather, the food, and I had wonderful people, teammates, host parents, coaches, and staff that guided me through my 2 years here. So going to Florida, it's just like going back home with a bigger population and everything. And sometimes I don't really like to be known a lot, so it'll be good because I know nobody. Yeah.
Everybody knows Tina.
Yeah, so I just know that whatever it is, I'm not going to be known by everybody like I know. Because right here, sometimes people say hi to you. Hi, Teresa. They say your name and you don't know their name, and you're like, oh, hi. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun over there when I go, I guess.
Teresa, I got a question. Teresa, you're leaving some really awesome host families. How's that going to be?
So I was talking yesterday with my coach about that, and she was telling me that they have some host families or something. I don't know. I think the place where the school is kind of like a community or something like that. So she was also thinking about that because she said every time she talks to me, I always talk about my host family. So she said she was going to try to see if she can get me another host family. But in my mind, I was like, I'm not sure I really need another host family because I already have one. So I'm not really sure about that. I don't know. So I don't think I'm not sure yet, but I don't think I'm gonna be having another host family. I don't think I need one, so.
Teresa, talk to me about being able to continue to play basketball over here in the United States, being able to continue that.
So one of my dreams for playing basketball is to be able to, I know a lot of people probably have dreams of playing in the WNBA or playing professional basketball anywhere else, but my dream is to be able to wear my Nigerian jersey, like to play for my country. So going to a 4-year school is gonna like improve a lot for me. It's totally different. My coach Rayback always tells me that like it's a whole different level of basketball, and I feel like I've worked hard with different kinds of coaches, even from back home and in here. So I feel like, well, I know it's going to be difficult, but I know I'm not going to die. I'm still going to push myself. I'm still going to be able to withstand whatever training that comes. So it's fine.
Shelby, I got a question for you. What's it like now? You're going to play with Kayla. Talk to me about moving on after these 2 years. You know, you come from a C school, coming to Miles City is actually kind of step up. And
Yeah.
Now you're going to Boston. Talk to me about that transition.
It's going to be really different. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. I know that I'll have Kayla there, so I won't be alone, so it'll be good.
Talk to me about your 2 years here and moving on.
Yeah.
What was your experiences like at Miles Community College?
I don't think I could have started my college experience any better than I did here, with great coaches and great teammates. Really feel like a family here, and it's gonna be hard to beat that for sure.
What do you plan on studying over there?
Education. I'm an education major.
So that works out pretty well.
Yeah. Yep.
Why did you decide to go to Boston? Because you, obviously, Kayla said that you kind of just gave her all this stuff, and
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, I'll go there too. So you're kind of the driving force for
Yeah.
this. Why Boston?
So when I visited, the coaches just, it seriously feels like Miles City, but like in Boston, if that makes sense. The coaches are very similar. The girls I connected with really well, and it's like it's in a city, but it's kind of its own little community, so it should be fun.
How important is this summer and what you're going to train for going into next year?
So my little sister is going to play for Western, Montana Western, and so I'm excited to work out with her this summer, and I think that we'll really be able to push each other and get better this summer, so I'm really looking forward to that.
What's it like being able to play with a former teammate from your previous place?
It's going to be great to play with Kayla. I'm really looking forward to it. We have great chemistry on and off the court, and I'm excited to see it carry over to the next level.
Girls, I have a question that interests me. You love basketball, obviously, and you continue to want to play, but what if you haven't gone on and played basketball? I mean, like, for the next 2 years. Where would you have wanted to go, and is the reason you went there strictly because of basketball? Or did you check into the college to see what kind of curriculum they had?
So education is very important to me. Both my parents are teachers, so I definitely looked into the education part of the college, but of course basketball was the main reason. The first thing I looked at was the basketball program, and then I made sure they had my major. So yeah.
Shelby, to kind of follow up on that, how important is basketball to you in your life? I mean, was playing basketball at the next level part of your dream?
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, I grew up with basketball. My dad has been coaching for forever, I feel like, and it's just a part of who I am, I guess. Yeah. Do you want to answer a question?
So coming from Nigeria, I'd say basketball is what really made me come over here, because I knew it was going to give me the education that I needed, and education is really important. I mean, no matter how far you go in whatever sports you're doing, I think somehow education is really important, because at the end of the day, you're going to retire from playing basketball, football, whatever, and you're going to need to fall back on something. So if you have an education, then that's like a really good thing that I think everybody deserves or everybody should have. And so going to a 4-year school and continuing to play basketball and getting education is something that it's a goal that I'm really excited to achieve at the end of the day. So yeah.
Kayla, can you answer that?
I have a question for Kayla.
Yes.
So having Tia here this year has been a really special experience. It has, you know it. So what advice do you have for Tia for next year as far as being a sophomore and a lead on the team?
Basically, don't be afraid to speak what you feel, and just be honest with one another, and it will only make you better, because if you're honest, saying like someone needs to work on this, it'll only make them better, and if they're honest with you, they'll make you better.
Kayla, you're moving into a position where you're playing against, you're going to be on a team with people that have probably been there for 2 years already. Do you know what the scenario looks like now? I mean, obviously you want to fight for a starting position, but do you have any idea at this point what's going to happen?
I have no clue. Going in blind once again.
I think I can put a little thing on that.
Absolutely.
What it is everywhere you go, you need to make your presence known. I feel like if I believe that Kayla and Shelby and me and some of our freshmen, when they go to another school, the hard work that they already have built in them is going to speak out for them, and then it's just going to take a little time for you to get to that position. I mean, there are people that have been there before you in that school, and there are people that are going to be seniors and juniors like you when you go over there, but there's no, my coaches say, and even my coach from back home says, nobody has a starting position. They can start anybody at any game, depending on how hard you work, depending on how hard you bring it in practice. So I feel like we can go anywhere and dominate. So it doesn't matter who's been starting before we go there.
Shelby, kind of similar lines. You got to speak with the coach
Yeah.
before everything. What's your takeaway from that trip?
So the college that Kayla and I will be attending, they're graduating 8 seniors this year. They'll have 5 returners or so. And the coaches really try to recruit JUCO players, and so we won't be the only transfers. There's a couple seniors that are transfers, and I think we're the only other juniors they're recruiting. I'm not positive. They didn't really say. And then they've been recruiting a lot of freshmen though. So that's been true.
Okay, this is for all of you. Now that you're taking this to the next step, so you did the high school ball, you got to junior college, you're going on to a 4-year. Where do you want to go next?
Okay, so I'm gonna start. I didn't play high school ball because in my high school we didn't have a high school a basketball team. We only did track events, so I did the 100 meters and some of those other things, track events. But I came here and I played junior college ball, and I'm going to play in a 4-year school. And my dream is to be able to go further than that, maybe play professional basketball somewhere out of the United States or within the United States. But like I said earlier, my main focus is being able to work really hard and then at the end of the day be able to represent my country in tournaments and championships and whatever they have. Yeah, so.
After probably my 4th year, I would probably pursue my career in athletic training, but I'd always want basketball to be a part of my life, so I'd always be around it.
I am going to finish and get my teaching degree, and then I plan on coaching basketball as well. Who knows?
Teresa, I didn't know that. If you never played basketball in high school, then how did you come over here and play and be good?
So my team from back home is a mixed team, and we play together with our boys. So there's just this competition between not just your girls, the females that you know. You're also competing with guys. Like in everything we do in my team, we play with the guys. Whatever we do with the guys. So you don't have any excuse to be like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, just because you see other girls doing it with the guys too. And then there's sometimes that you even do it better than the guys. So you just have to get better somehow. You just have to just stand up it. Because there were like, we were like up to 17 or 20 girls in my team. So I didn't make the team until I think 2010. That was when I made the team for the first time. So, and then I didn't really play. I was like on the bench most of the times, just cheering. But I think I really had time to play, or had playing time in 2012 and 13. That was when I was like really in my team. So it's like, it's always been a goal of mine to always stand out, to always make sure, no matter how many people are in the room, that I'm seen, that I'm heard, that I just have to work hard, I guess. So I think that's how I came here. And then my coaches from back home, they come to the U.S. once in a while, and they attend camps and everything. So they know some coaches and scouts. So what my coach does is, if he sees you improve, how improved you are, or anything like that, he makes videos or gets videos from our games and everything, and then he sends them to his friends that are coaches or scouts here in the U.S. and then they just send them to schools, and then whatever school likes you, and that's how my coaches found me.
I never got a game film.
Shelby, quick question for you. We know that coaches Liz Lewis and Jane Rayback focus a lot on balancing not only basketball and athletics, but with the education side of it as well, making sure the GPAs and everything are high. Is that